Hey friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and hopefully sell them for a profit. Today is Tuesday, September 9th. These are the items that sold in the past 24 hours. On the 8th, I only had 2 items for a gross sales amount of $69. One sold on Poshmark, one on Depop, and they're both the same brand. So that made it really easy to pick which brand to research a little bit this morning. So this first is like a quilted puffer coat, very boxy looking. I'm not doing a very good job of showing it. I think it's pretty cute, but the quilting in it is little hearts. So fun. And the brand is J.Crew. And these little 2 dots mean it's J.Crew factory. I don't usually differentiate other than like in the little pull down menus where it says brand. Usually J.Crew factory is an option. Is J.Crew factory an option? I don't know. There's other brands that have that, you know, factory like or outlet. So some of them have an option in those pull down menus and some of them don't. I thought I could put this in one of my 10 by 13s and now I am second guessing myself here. All right, let's see if we can do it. So wait a minute, I don't have to, yeah, I do have to put this in a 10 by 13. Yeah. So I had this listed for $40 and someone offered me $25 on Depop, and I was hoping to get a little bit more than $25, but I decided with the low cost of goods on Depop that I would go ahead and do that. Not low cost of goods, low fees, that's what I meant to say. And yeah, so I went ahead and accepted the offer. I think I would have preferred to, you know, maybe get closer to 30, but 25 is not bad. And I did charge a little more than I needed for shipping. I charged $9 and the round advantage was $6.36. So I've had this for 4 months and I bought it at the bins, the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. See, I got it, it's all good. I don't know why I doubt myself. So after fees, shipping, and my cost of goods, my profit is $24.07. So not too bad. Not too bad on that at all. Not for something that I bought at the bins that was going to go to the landfill. I'll take it. All right, and then this is the other J.Crew, also a jacket, which is gonna come back up here in a minute. All right, this is kind of a military utility style. It has like a waxed feel to it. This one is a not factory, and this I believe is a newer tag. This thing is pretty cool. I did do a image search on it to make sure I wasn't missing some like major style or anything. I had this listed for $35 and it sold for full price on Poshmark, which is fantastic. I also bought this at the bins. So $2 cost of goods. So after fees and my cost of goods, my profit is $26. And that makes my total for the day $50.07. So a little lower than I want it to be, but I'll take it. $50 profit for 2 items. That's, for me, that's fantastic. That doesn't happen very often. So definitely coats, sweaters, more fall, winter type items are selling. Seems to be my experience over the last couple of weeks. I know I'm feeling fall-like. Although I looked at my sweaters this morning, I was like, oh, should I put on a sweater? I'm not ready for it yet. It's supposed to get warm here again this week, and so I want to live into the summer just a little bit longer if I can. All right. Get this label on, and then we can chat about J.Crew. I have quite a bit of notes. All right. J.Crew is an American specialty retailer founded in 1983 as a mail order catalog company. It was founded by Arthur Senator, Cinader. Is known for accessible, classic, preppy American style. It opened its first retail store in 1989. It did file bankruptcy in 2020 because of changing fashion trends, increasing prices, and an effort to maintain relevance. After that, it was purchased by Anchorage Capital Group sometime after that, which is a investment firm. So they specialize in modern classics, quality, and they have like a lifestyle focus that they consider to be aspirational. Like you look at these people and you're like, ooh, I want to be like you. That's what I think of when I think of aspirational. So they sell men's, women's, children's clothing, sweaters, outerwear, swim, shoes, denim, and then suiting, which is, you know, like men's suits. So maybe women's suits. I don't know, definitely men's. So when I look on the website under like their new category with women, the lowest item is a bow or a hair clip is on sale. I forget what the percentage was and I didn't write it down. But it was on sale for $16.50. And then there was a shearling jacket. The highest price was $14.50, not $14.50, $1,450. So some of these items can be quite pricey. With men in the new category, there was a pair of socks on sale for $14.50. And then their highest priced item was a sport coat made of Irish Donegal wool. It's probably not how you say that. Donegal. And that was priced at $598 just for the sport coat. That doesn't even include like the pants or anything. So women overall, if we're looking at eBay, I look at sell-through rate, comp information on eBay in the research. There's a research tab in the seller hub, and if you like, there's a drop-down menu and it says product research, I believe. And I just looked up J.Crew women, and overall the average sale price is $22.98 with an 8% sell-through rate. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was kind of surprised at how low all of these sell-through rates are. But then there was a little bit of a surprising twist. So tops, the average sale price was $17.74 with a 9% sell-through rate. Sweaters, average sale price was $24.94 with a 9% sell-through rate. Dresses, $28.03 with an 8% sell-through rate. And then coats were $39.56 with a 7% sell-through rate. If I look at the highest priced item in women's that sold, it was again a shearling jacket that sold for $359.99. So I was like, oh, what about oh, I did coats already. I don't know what that is. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't a coat, it was a bag. It was a shearling bag that sold for $359.99. And so then I looked up bags, and the average sale price was $34.45, but still only a 10% sell-through rate. So that was, in my opinion, just a really low sell-through rate overall. Men, this was where the surprise was. Men's was a average sale price of $26.36 with a 14% sell-through rate. So that's a like 6% difference. Button-up shirts had an average sale price of $18.38 with a 13% sell-through rate. Sweaters were $35.10 with an 11% sell-through rate. coats and jackets, outerwear, had an average sell price of $49.03 with a 15% sell-through rate. Suits had an average sale price of $66.03 with a 20% sell-through rate. So that is the highest of all the sell-through rates. The highest item that sold in men's in J.Crew was a pair of Alden wingtip leather boots, and they sold for $500. So I did think, oh, I should look at shoes. So men's shoes were an average sale price of $63.03 with a 6% sell-through rate. So still, these sell-through rates pretty low. I know, I'm trying to remember. It wasn't this one. It was Lane Bryant. I did Lane Bryant yesterday, and I just get confused sometimes. It was when, so I did this kind of late last night, and I did Lane Bryant yesterday morning before I did my shipping, and so everything just kind of like in my brain. Lane Bryant was like the first full page of sold was only coats, and I was getting confused. I was thinking it was that, but that's not true because it was mostly shoes on J.Crew, and I was just noticing the difference. I just thought it was interesting. So for my own personal like sell-through rate, I over the past 2 years, almost 2 years, I've listed 59 different J.Crew items, and 41 of them have sold. So that's a 69% sell-through rate. My highest items were a Hawaiian dress that sold for $43.45 and a cashmere sweater for $39.35. So J.Crew is something that I'm still going to be looking for, buying to resell. Definitely looking for outerwear, dresses, suits, of course, especially if they're made of quality materials, natural materials like wool, linen, silk, cotton. Definitely, you know, if I find another cashmere sweater, I'm grabbing that. I think J.Crew, I wrote something else down. What did I write down here? Oh, I remember. One of the coats, and I didn't show you, they have a reimagined tag. It's a little like, looks like a person in a circle, and it says reimagined. I was like, what does that even mean? And they have like 4 kind of goals that they said by 2025. And I found this in an article that was written, I think, a couple years ago. But it says they're trying to be better with corporate social responsibility and then also sustainability. So these by 2025s, it said 100% key fibers. I don't know what key fibers means. My guess is that means not all fibers, but 100% key fibers will be sustainably sourced. 90% of their cashmere and chino fabrics will be produced in fair trade factories. 100% of their plastic and paper packaging will be sustainably sourced, and then 100% of their they will be 100% carbon neutral. There, that's a better way of saying that. So I just thought that was really interesting. I don't know if they've succeeded. I hope they have. I think it's interesting that they're reimagined, their fair trade certifications can be put on prior to them actually achieving that. I just think that's interesting. I don't know what all the laws are with that. I'm sure there's I know, like when a farm says they're organic, they have all these, checks that they have to go through. I would imagine it would be the same in like manufacturing factories and things like that. So that would be interesting to kind of dig into a little deeper, but that's not going to happen today. So, all right, let me know, what is your kind of experience with J.Crew? Do you sell J.Crew? Have you found a really cool if you've sold a shearling bag for $350, let me know. That would be amazing. Yeah, what's your experience with it? I like wearing it. When I have a couple J.Crew pieces that just fit really well. They're really well made. I'm trying to go with all natural fibers right now. So all cotton, linen, silk, and wool. trying to kind of slowly, and linen, I don't know if I said linen. That's like my favorite of all of them. Yeah, but just trying to slowly like turn my wardrobe over to that. So the few pieces that I found that are like 100% cotton, I really have enjoyed. So I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Actually, I think the like button up that I wore yesterday was J.Crew, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, what's your experience with it? I would love to know. Okay, I'm losing it here. So I'm gonna go. That's my cue to get out of here. So make sure you like the video. If you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. I really do appreciate you hanging out with me. I'll see you soon.